本当に自分自身に感謝をする、ご先祖様に感謝をするというところから、誰にとっても素晴らしい解決策がやってくるということになりますから。はい、皆さんこんにちは。さあ、今日のビデオはですね、3億円の豪邸を引き寄せた交渉術でございます。パフパフパフ。
Can we say こんばんは?
Because the background is so dark. Yeah, that's true. こんばんは。
こんばんは。
Good evening.
Good evening.
So let's talk about how we attracted, 300 million yen worth mansion in the States.
Yes, how was that? I think it's partly being very fortunate.
But like, how to be fortunate? I think that's the negotiation.
I'm getting there. It's being fortunate, being grateful, okay, understanding yourself, okay, being confident in yourself and loving yourself, and also understanding when things will benefit everybody, right, is the best thing. Okay, and I think that's how the main reason why we were able to attract it was that it benefited everybody
involved.
Okay, more than just two parties, right? Or three different areas, right?
Involving like 5-6 people, right?
5 or 6 people. Everybody agreed that it was probably in the best interest of everybody that we utilized the property for the next 2 years. Because the other thing that they were thinking about...
I think, you are jumping into the conclusion too much.
Okay.
So I think, assume that nobody understands, us.
Okay.
So you might want to introduce what the situation was, and so that everybody who happened to come across to this video can understand from the get-go.
Okay. So basically it was property that my great-grandparents had bought for really cheap many years ago after the war. Okay. And it's just kept in our family. My mother was born and raised there, or not born there, but raised in that house. Okay. As well as my uncle. I spent my summers there. Okay. And my grandparents were very frugal. But very supportive of everybody, their kids and their only grandson. Okay. My parents now currently live in the place. Okay. They've actually remodeled and increased the value of the land. Completely.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Like,
Right. Because that was going to be the house that they retired in. It got to the situation where, I was in Japan and I knew I didn't want to have to administer that from Japan, and when it eventually became my inheritance. And luckily I had a son who I felt comfortable enough and trusted enough to hand over to. Okay. Knowing that, lots of people don't I think in lots of families, they get very selfish over assets, right?
Yeah.
I've never
creates
it creates a lot of trouble.
A lot of arguments.
Lots of arguments. So I think because I never had any, I guess, selfishness, more gratitude than anything, right? Eventually these kind of things come around.
And knowing yourself that you're not you're not cut out to administer all the complicated legal processes.
Right, exactly. Right. So I think understanding yourself, okay, understanding what's going to benefit everybody in the end anyways, because eventually I think for all it would have been best that Anthony eventually got it anyways.
Which is his son,
by the way. Son. Okay. So I had signed it over to him, okay, with the understanding, obviously, because I was giving him such a big benefit that I said, if I ever need help, many years from now, obviously I won't ask for a lot, but I'll expect you to be able to help me, but I won't make it a big issue. Knowing me, you'd understand that I'm not going to make it a big issue, right? Because I'm giving this to you anyways without any agreement, right, in place. So that was the agreement. And now eventually that spoken agreement is now coming back where we can utilize it, right? And that's why it's not an issue also, because it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Okay, so that's the story from your end. Yeah. So the way I interpret was that I think our universe really, made a most fair situation for everyone, because I had unrealized dream that I buried in myself so deeply that I even forgot about it for so long, because it was a huge scars on me. that I wasn't, allowed to move to the States for the past 3 times that I tried over the course of 40 years, close to. So, and then I think that the universe really felt that, the significance of that desire. And then I felt so comfortable staying there for the 3 weeks that we happened to be because of the suggestion that I happened to receive from a fortune teller that I happened to, spoke to at someone's suggestion. And I followed through that because it was perfect timing, right? And so the timing was like perfectly aligned with the universe. And then while we were there, like he suggested that I really express my gratitude to myself. And then, my, I think, subconscious mind, along with the higher self, really made a good discussion with your ancestors, I feel. And then really gave me a chance to really experience living in the States that I longed for years. And then, that happened to coincide with your parents' desire to experience living in France, and got a visa in France to be able to live there for over a year, right? Or close to a year. And then, so that gave me a window of opportunity to live the house for free. And I first questioned, like, is it really okay for me not to pay the rent or everything? But then when I heard his son, Anthony, talking about, they were thinking about even hiring housekeepers or house sitters. Then I'm like, okay, if that was the issue, then I feel a lot more comfortable living there for free. And then I just have to make sure that we keep the house even a better condition than ever. So as soon as we were there for those 3 weeks, I cleaned the house with rugs, like zokin-gake in Japanese, kneeling on the floor and everywhere, saying thank you for welcoming this house, thank you for this opportunity. And I felt like that was the initiation, which probably opened that third door for me to be able to finally be accepted by, David's family and then ancestors, and then also his son, to be able to live there. And then when we came back from those 3 weeks stay, then we got another news that your parents are going to live there for another additional years. And then that allowed us to live there for the next 2 years, which is like my dream come true.
Right.
So then what's really the negotiation skills that we have utilized? Self-gratitude and fairness and being humble.
Being humble and gratitude towards your ancestors.
Right? And your ancestors.
Right.
So it's like it was more than the living people negotiation.
Exactly.
More like it was a universe negotiation.
Universe, and I think it was probably, long and short term, situations combining together.
Tears were up just thinking about, and we also went to his grandparents and grandparents
and great-grand uncle and aunts.
Those who are actually there, live there for the longest time. So I think that the ultimate negotiation skills that you could utilize from this video is please, be grateful to yourself and also to your ancestors.
Exactly.
Because nobody come to this life without any ancestors. That's impossible.
And just think of the power that you create
by thanking them.
Right. By having them behind you.
So then the negotiation is no longer, I want this, so that's why give me this.
Right.
It's
what's the
beyond
best
that.
for everybody.
And then it doesn't require any,
compromise.
no like
No
benefits
compromise.
or no downsides.
Right.
It's just the ultimate solution,
Upside. Everywhere.
upside solution for everyone involved.
Right.
Him, me, his parents, his son, everybody. So I think I really recommend that you use this as an opportunity to thank yourself for the efforts that you didn't even think were efforts. No, everything is efforts. What you have done, what you are doing every day is your ultimate effort.
Yeah.
So please be kind to yourself and be thankful. And at the same time, send those gratitude to your ancestors and whoever involved with the counterparts of you.
Yeah.
Then you will be a perfect negotiator
Yes.
at the universe level. And I wish you good luck for
Okay.
that.
Yes. Thank you very much.
For what?
For being so patient and listening to your long, smooth explanation.
Did I do that again?
Yeah, he's talking very slow, elegant, smooth. Yeah, it was fine, but it's also a very happy discussion. So we need to be, a little bit more Genki and talk about that stuff.
Okay, sorry.
But I know you were feeling very emotional.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I was
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, because
It's very
I mean, imagine you're realizing, because in your case, you moved to Japan so quickly and you were able to, you were lucky, for all these years, but I wasn't in that department. So that's the reason why. So I'm grateful endlessly to you and to your ancestors.
Yes.
So thank you. と
Thank
いうこと
you.
で、ごめんなさいね。ちょっと感情的になっちゃいましたけども、でもそれぐらい本当に3億円豪邸をね、引き寄せさせていただいた交渉術というのが、交渉術というよりも本当に自分自身に感謝をする。そして、ご先祖様に感謝をするというところから、誰にとっても素晴らしい解決策がやってくるということになりますから、ぜひ皆さんも試してください。何を引き寄せたのか、ぜひコメント欄にね、ご報告いただけると嬉しいです。Thank you guys for watching this video and see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye.